Hi guys, welcome back to Forza. Now, I've had to lower the settings a little bit when it comes to recording this, so it's no longer in 60 frames, it's now down to 48. It's just struggling a little bit more than anything. I think the noise is probably a little bit too loud on this recording as well. Let's bring that down a bit. It's certainly loud in my ears. We've got to do one of these 3 races to continue on. Now, part of me wants to take the one that gets a really decent car. I really want to do the bowling. Limo bowling sounds ridiculous.
Pretty good at for 2 reasons. Number 1, I've done a lot of dumb stuff in a car in my life. Number 2, I took bowling as a class in college. The whole idea is just like when you see a professional bowler, it's all about the spin. You got to get in there and you got to make that car as wide as possible. Think about it from a style point, but also the harder you hit that pin, the harder it hits other pins.
Right, so I need to sort out audio, so I don't know if you guys heard that. Turn the master game volume up, but we're going to bring down the music volume like massively. I'm not too concerned about the music. I am concerned about you guys hearing the ins and outs of the game. For obvious reasons. I want you to be able to hear what's going on in the game. Let's get that turned back up a bit more. It might be a bit loud in my ear. It's pretty fucking loud there, isn't it? Alright. Is there a voice volume control? Voiceover, subtitles on? Yeah, we'll turn the subtitles on. That might make things a little bit easier. Right. We'll have to do that. We'll have to do that. So, I don't know how loud it's going to make the car, actually, is it? Fuck, I should do this before I get into this. Apparent car volume down. That might be better. Anyway. So, I'm not 100% sure what we're meant to be doing here. We'll give it a go anyway. So I don't know if we need to handbrake turn into this or what. We're racing a limousine into some pins. Alright, okay, so it's not a case of you gotta get a strike, it's literally a case of do what you can, knock down as many pins as possible. And that's not as fun as I thought it was going to be. Yeah, it's not as fun as I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be literally a case of drive into a whole bunch of fucking pins at the end, do the best of 3. Alright, I don't know really what I was supposed to be doing there. Is that cheating? I mean, I haven't got a time limit. I don't think it's cheating. It's cheating. What happens if I hit these at this angle? So I've hit the target, the gold. I say I really don't know what the whole point of this is. I sort of got into this, it's like, oh yeah, it'd be exciting. It'd be exciting. Shit. If you're allowed to do that, turn around and go back and hit pins, then what's the fucking point? Hold on a minute, is this the Top Gear test track? This is, isn't it? This is the Top Gear test track, isn't it? And 250 points out of 1,000. Oh shit. Let's try that again. That was shit. Yeah. So we've got to get 330,000 points. I'm assuming me turning around and doing the stuff I didn't actually help out at all. But I'm pretty sure this is a Top Gear test track. It looks like an airfield. The last corner looked like Gambon. Therefore it must be Top Gear test track. I think hitting things too hard doesn't help either. So like, I'm lifting them with me as opposed to taking them out, if that makes sense. Ah, that was wank. Right, you only get 250 points for that, really? That shit. Right, let's just continue. That was fucking shit. That was did not like that. I did not like that.
Nice. Showcases will be unlocked as you race.
You only get
Now,
250.
It's your call what to drive next.
I'll take it. We'll take the Focus next then.
Racing has a history of rivalries. Hunt versus Lauda, Prost versus Senna, McLaren versus Ferrari. A proper rivalry gets your blood pumping, pushes you to improve. Pro rally driver Ken Block has dropped by the track to be your rival. Now here's your chance to challenge yourself against a racing pro.
Okay, we've got a race against Ken Block. And I'm sure...
What helped me get to the level I wanted to get was the passion. I thought about it every day. I want to be in the car every day. I practiced and got to the level that I got to because that passion was there for me to do what I wanted to do. And I wasn't going to stop till I got to the level I wanted to get to.
Right, two things. One, I've realised that my face, I'm going to have to move this around, my face is over the, where the subtitles are. Thing two, I still don't understand if that's loud enough or not. I'm hoping this is a better position for this. If it is, that's what we'll stick with. So yeah, let's do this Ken Block racing, I guess. I like the car. Don't like the big Monster Energy on the side of it, but I like the car. So I'm assuming collisions are on. I like this car. Whoopsie fucking daisy. Alright. You see where it was yellow? You want to start braking now as opposed to where I was braking. Because otherwise, you're going to go smashing into that fucking wall. Where it says red, what it really means is, yeah, you should have already broke by now. Engine noise. I don't know how well you can hear it, but I can certainly hear it. It's quite loud in my speakers, and speakers in my headphones. I'm hoping you're getting some of this back. I really want to get to the point where I'm not using these rewinds anymore. That's where I need to be when it comes to this game, not using the rewinds anymore. I don't feel like I'm racing legitimately at the minute. Because I can just go back and redo whatever mistake. Imagine if you've done that in real life, there would never be any accidents on the road, would there? This game is really jittery at the minute to me. I have been reading that there's a lot of problems with the game with regards to optimization on PC. There's a lot of memory dumping going on. There's lots of memory leaks, and this causes the game to start to slow down, start to crash, and I think we're seeing that now. It's certainly not helping when it comes to getting around this corner, you know. So it might be something we need to look at. I may need to bring the settings down on the game, or look into sort of ways of reducing that that memory dump. It's certainly affecting the game. It's going to be affecting the recordings, so it's going to be affecting the game. And we already had three shitty recordings right at the start. So I'm so bad at this game. Actually, I'm not that bad. I've seen worse drivers than me. I'm just used to driving an actual fucking bus, you know, as opposed to a fucking car that handles like a fucking bus. Seriously. These handle like shit. They handle like shit. I'm giving it everything on the right, and it's not. Oh, Kenneth back there. Yeah, these cars do handle like fucking shit in this game, it has to be said. Don't get me wrong, I know we're going at pace, and I know you're not going to be fucking turning on a hairpin at pace, but still, you expect some sort of movement. You're telling me that's got a turning circle of that? Nah, even my little Rover 25's got a better turning circle than that, and my Rover 25's got no fucking turning circle. So, but yeah, may need to do something about upping the difficulty of the game. You see it glitch out on the left there, a little bit of pop-up. Alright, continuing on. So I'm assuming we have to do all three of these. Hello. See, it thought about crashing there. You see that? Thought about it. It thought about crashing. Right. So we do get the Gymkhana 9. And we've got the Cadillac. And our collection score is improved. So if we go into this now. Aha, so these have reopened now. So that's good. We need to reach tier 4 for that one. Before we go ahead and do these, let's go and finish off the Audi.
What's better? Cars today or older ones? Well, it's time for you to answer the question. You'll get seated in a rocket of a car and pitted against its older, but still ferocious siblings. Now, they get a head start, and you'll need to overtake them and win before you run out of track. Think of it as a friendly family rivalry with engines.
Sounds alright. So yeah, so we're going to do this race. This is going to be the last one of the episode, and then in the next race,
definitely number 1. Cornering is number 2. Braking is number 3. Top speed, although it's cool, it's not so important, so I've got that as number 4. But for me, it's all about acceleration and cornering.
Right. So yeah, so we're going to do this race, and in the next episode, we'll make a start on one of the other races in the Seeker Championship. What I want to do is do all of the races in each championship before moving on to the next one. Obviously, if there's certain things like reach tier 4 that stop us from doing so, then we won't do that. We do have a Flying Lizard Audi R8 here by the looks of things. Nicely done. This mod, how do we set this mod up? Assists. I want to set the camera already, but I don't know how to do it. Driver tire difficulty.
This will change how the other drivers out there will perform. It's the perfect option for honing your racing skills.
Alright, so I'm going to put the skill level above average now for the other drivers. So, add a little bit of difficulty in. Flying Lizard R8, look at that. Alright, so I've got to sit here for 15 seconds while they all get gradual head starts. Oh yeah, I forgot about that bit. And then the last one to go is an R8 as well. So we've upped the difficulty and we've got to get past all of these motors. Right, okay. So with the added, or slightly added increase of difficulty to the drivers, it should make this slightly more challenging than the Ken Block race. Oh hello, it's gone off the fucking track. Alright. We are gaining on that R8. It's just very, very slow gain. Obviously the cars in front of that are going to be a lot slower. It's just, oh fuck me, that R8 is getting away. Right. Oh, he's cheated his way through. That was unintentional. Completely unintentional, I promise you. We've not got long to do this now. Last car just ahead. Oh, it's the last corner. It's the last corner. Can he do it? Can he do it? Fuck off. Fuck off. Alright, so yeah, we just about fucking managed it. Oh, do. Fuck it. It weren't the cleanest in the world. It weren't the most skillful in the world, but yeah, fuck it. It'll do. Let's continue on. Alright, so we do get another 250 points for the Seeker Championship. Picked up 1800 plus driver difficulty. It gives us an extra 20% in credits, which is, you know, nice. Still not quite level 3. I should imagine after the next actual Seeker series will be fine. If we have a quick look before we end the episode, we get a 2014 car. Yeah. What do we own a car in? So the only one we own is a hot hatch, and that hot hatch is our Vauxhall Corsa. The reason the hot hatch that we've got, the Vauxhall Corsa, is the only one we've got, is if we go to our cars, if we look at our garage, yes, we've got this guy here, but if you look sort of the bottom there, it says hot hatch icons. Now, the hot hatch icon is slightly different to modern hot hatch. So it's going to be this Vauxhall Corsa here. It's going to be our motor for the races there. Sport compact icons, rise of the supercar, sport compacts. Just looking at all the different types we've got. Obviously Hoonigan Racing Division. These are all going to be, these are all similar sort of levels of class, I should imagine. It's ridiculous how he just gives us these cars. That's just ridiculous. It's in the game. Don't get me wrong. I like the cars, but I don't feel like I've earned them. You know, it's just sort of like, here you go, here's a fast car. Here you go, here's a fast car. It's just like, you're kind of negating the point of the game by doing that. I'd argue anyway. I like the whole take a shit car, do it up, you know. But oh well. Prize crates, how much money do we have? Don't really have enough to get anything worthy. I'm not going to get a basic mod crate. If we're going to get anything, it's going to be up here. So we're not going to open up a crate today. Yeah. But that's going to be the end of the episode. Message center. We've got a message apparently. Driver tar reward. Your driver tar has appeared in 3 races and earned 3,500 credits since your last session. Okay. Delete that then. So I'm assuming that our driver appears in other people's versions of Forza, and because of that you just gain passive money. I'm assuming that's what it means anyway. Anyway guys, that's to the end of today's episode. Of course, if you have enjoyed today's episode, please go ahead, give us a like on the video. Big old thumbs up, always appreciated even. Obviously another episode of Motorsport Manager tomorrow, as well as another Forza. And yeah, if you've not yet subscribed, go ahead and do so. And I'll see you when I see you. Take care. Bye bye.